Dear SSC students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Khairul Alam, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Dhaka College, Dhaka. Again, welcome you to my online class or virtual class. Sorry to say, in my previous class, I could not complete my classes due to network problem in my mobile phone. So, I will continue the previous classes. Actually, I am conducting my class from home, so the voice or sound will not be clear like our studio. Besides, the use of whiteboard is not fully possible because the light is not very clear, so you will not clearly see the writing on the whiteboard. That is why today I will conduct my class on your reading text. I will tell you the story and I will go through the text of your book. Unit 12, Lesson 1. I repeat, Unit 12, Lesson 1. Due to pandemic situation, we are not able to go to college to conduct your class. That is why I am conducting your class from home. I think and hope the day will come. Again, we will teach you in the classroom. Okay, I will focus on your textbook, Unit 12, Lesson 1. The name of the full chapter is Environment and Nature, but the first one, Lesson 1, is on the topic water, water everywhere. I have already told in my last class that it is a legendary story, or it's a fable, we can say. Behind this topic or related this topic, there is a moral allegorical story written by Samuel Taylor Coleridge, an English romantic poet. His poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. I repeat, the poem, Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Now the question, why the story of that poem or the supernatural poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, is related to your text? If we go through the text, we will see that this lesson has been written on the water pollution, particularly about our rivers surrounding the Dhaka city, or the rivers everywhere in our country. In this lesson, the writer has discussed on the condition of our rivers and how we pollute our rivers, how we pollute the water of our rivers. That is the main topic of that part of that lesson. So, the poem Rime of the Ancient Mariner has the same situation when the mariners of that ship did not drink a drop of water, though they were in the middle of a sea, vast sea. For a curse, that means they have killed a big seabird, namely albatross, for which they have been cursed by God. So, for their curse, they have suffered much. In the same way, we are polluting our rivers, we are polluting our water around us. That is why a time may come that when we will cry for water and water, but we will not find a drop of water to drink. Actually, the lesson 1, water, water everywhere, we see there are 4 lines of the poem, the rhyme of the ancient mariner. Water, water everywhere. That means we find water in our surroundings, in our everywhere. And all the boats did sink. All the boats did sink. That means the boat, the place where the mariners were walking, or where the mariners were. That means the platform of a ship, where there are there are lots of waters around them, but they could not drink a drop of water. Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. They could not drink any drop of water. Oh, according to the story, I have told you in my last classes that when all the companions of the ancient mariner died one after another, but he was alive. For his punishment, he will have to survive for his punishment and to give us the moral lesson through his life story, or the story of that albatross, or the story of that cats. When all the companions died one after another, but the ancient mariner was alive. He could not move his body. He was standing still, but could not move his limbs. Only he could move his neck. Suddenly, he saw a ship which is known as phantom ship, Phantom, phantom ship, coming towards his ship. A skeleton ship or ship-like body was coming towards his own ship, and there were 2 peoples on that ship or on that boat who were playing dice. Dice in Bengali, pasha. They were playing dice. There were 2 characters in that board. One is death and another is life in death. Here death has been personified. Do you know personification is a literary term? Personification, personification, personification. Person, the verb of person, personify. The noun of personify is personification. That means to represent a lifeless object as a living being. To represent a lifeless object as a human being. That is called personification. In literature, personification has been used by the poet or the writers to magnify something or to focus on something. That is called personification. Here death has been personified as a character, and another character life in death. That means he is alive but behaves like a dead man. So there were 2 characters, death and life in death. They were playing dice, and he saw that the character death won in the game. That represents the own of the old sailor or the ancient mariner. That means at last he will be free from the curse. He will be free from the punishment because he has been punished enough. That is a signal. That is a good signal from the God that today or tomorrow he will be freed from his punishment. Then suddenly he saw that the ship disappeared from his eyesight. He could not see at all. After that, he heard two airy voices. Two airy voices. That means in the air or in a miraculous sound, he heard a voice from the sea, from the air. One voice said, "This man has done a great crime. This man has done a great crime." That means this ancient mariner has committed a great offense or crime. But another voice said, he has been punished enough. He has been punished enough. That means he has committed a crime, but he has suffered much. That is why his punishment should be over. So, after hearing that voice, suddenly he watched outside the ship and saw some water snakes. They were very colorful water snakes swimming around the ship. After seeing the water snakes, he blessed them unknowingly or unconsciously by feeling that the creatures of God are very beautiful. How beautiful the creatures of God are. This is an unknowing or unconscious utterance from his core of heart, from his depth of heart. That means a love has been shown towards the creatures of God. That is why he has been freed from the curse suddenly, and he realized that the rain is falling from the sky, and the thirst of his long days, 7 days and 7 nights, has been fulfilled or removed in the rainwater. And then the hanging albatross that was hung by the other companions or other sailors as his punishment fell from his neck in the board of the ship, and he fell asleep. When he woke up from his sleep, he saw a miraculous happenings, that all the dead bodies were standing from their deathbed. It was also a dream, but he saw it. When he realized that he feels fresh and he is still young, still strong, so he tried his ship moving towards his destination. Suddenly there was a storm again, and his ship was wrecked. That means his ship has been destroyed. But he saw that there was a boat coming to him, and in that boat there was a pilot boy who was moving the boat or playing the boat, employing the boat, and another man, there was a hermit, a holy person who is the messenger of God, who can be the informer of God. Hermit in Bengali, hermit means Sannyashi, or the holy person who prays to God in a lonely place, only to satisfy God or only to attract the kind nature of God. That is called hermit. Then the hermit and the pilot boy rescued the old sailor from the storm, and after his rescue, they took him in their boat and returned to home. While returning home, the hermit purified the soul or the body of the old sailor from any kind of sin. He has been purified, the whole body has been purified by the hermit, and there was a suggestion by the hermit to the old sailor that how long you will live in the world, the you will have to say this story, you will have to say this allegorical story to all the people of the world uh, after a fixed time. That means you will have to say your moral lesson, you will have to say this story to the people so that they could realize the moral lesson. That means the moral lesson of this story was that he prayed best, who loved best all things both great and small. That means in Bengali, jibe prem kore jei jon সেই জন সেবিছে ঈশ্বর. He prayed best, who loved best all things both great and small. That means we should show our love towards the creatures of God. That is the best prayer for a person. We should not avoid any creature of God, either it is a small or it is big. So we should love all animals of the God, irrespective of color and age and size. Thus we see the moral lesson of this story is he prayed best, who loved best all things both great and small. Now the question, how the story is related to this topic. This topic is related to this story in such a way that for a catch the companions could not drink a drop of water though they were in the vast sea. Similarly, our country is a riverine country. That means Bangladesh is called a riverine country. Rivers are everywhere in our life, in our surroundings, in our country. But after that, despite so many rivers in our country, we have some scarcity of water during summer season or during winter season, and our agriculture mostly depends on water, we know. But in our northwestern region, we see our farmers suffer from the scarcity of water during the winter season or summer season. There are so many reasons behind this. One reason is very clear, that is the most of topics of this lesson, that means water pollution. We are polluting our water, we are polluting our rivers, we are killing our rivers thoughtlessly. We do not think over the conditions of the rivers for our betterment, for our selfishness. We are killing our rivers day by day, one after another. The most famous example of this dying river is Buri Ganga. Once upon a time, it was the tributaries of the river Ganges, but now it is named Buri Ganga. Buri, that means in small. That means it has been named a small Ganga because it has been restricted, it has been quenched. That means the river was not in the previous shape. It has been destroyed by the thoughtlessness or the thoughtless behavior of the human being. That is why one day the day may come that the rivers are in our country everywhere, but we will not find pure water to use, to drink, or to live our life, or to use it for our betterment. Okay, now I will go through the text along with Bengali meaning of the text. Now read the 4 lines from Samuel Taylor Coleridge's poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, and answer the questions that follow. Water, water everywhere, and all the boats did sink. Water, water everywhere, not any drop to drink. That means চারিদিকে শুধু পানি আর পানি, কিন্তু এই জাহাজের উপরে কোনো রকম পানি নেই, পানি সব নিঃশেষ হয়ে গিয়েছে। Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink, এক ফোঁটাও পান করার মতো বিশুদ্ধ পানি তাদের ছিল না। Coleridge's poem A Ballad narrates the harrowing sea voyage of an old mariner. Dear students, please open the book from your chapter Unit 12, Lesson 1, Environment and Nature. As I am conducting my class from home, so it will not possible to display the lines in the board. So I am reading the text from your textbook, and you should follow the book in your home. Coleridge's poem A Ballad narrates the harrowing sea voyage of an old mariner who at one point of his journey did not have any water to drink because of a curse. Coleridge's poem A Ballad, ballad that means a lyrical poem, the poem that has verse or that has similarity at the end, that means in Bengali Giti Kobita. Coleridge's সেই গীতি কবিতা narrates বর্ণনা করে, describes the harrowing sea voyage of an old mariner. Harrowing that means terrible, ভয়ঙ্কর, sea voyage সমুদ্র যাত্রা, of an old mariner একজন বৃদ্ধ নাবিকের, who at one point of his journey did not have any water to drink because of a curse. So you have already heard the story. For the killing of that albatross, they have suffered much, and for this reason they could not drink a drop of water. That was the punishment for killing the albatross, as it was a curse, as it was a bird of good omen, and the old sailor killed it without any reason, without any valid reason. So for this curse, they did not have any water to drink. Similarly, cursed or not, we know how important drinking water is in our life. আমরা জানি যে কতটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ পানের পানি আমাদের জীবনে, অর্থাৎ water is very important in our life, and it is called the another name of life. পানিকে আর এক নাম জীবন বলা হয়। সো কাস্ট অর নট, আমরা অভিশপ্ত হই আর না হই, আমাদের পাপ থাকুক আর না থাকুক, উই নো হাউ ইম্পর্টেন্ট ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার ইজ ইন আওয়ার লাইফ। আমরা জানি যে আমাদের জীবনে বিশুদ্ধ পানের পানি অত্যন্ত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। উই নো উই ক্যানট সার্ভাইভ উইদাউট ইট। উই ক্লিয়ারলি নো দ্যাট we cannot survive without water, we cannot live without water, we cannot continue our life without water. In fact, 2/3 of our body is made up of water. Indeed or in fact, মূলত আমাদের দেহের 3 ভাগের 2 ভাগ পানি দিয়ে তৈরি, বা দেহের 2 ভাগের 3 ভাগ পানি। Not for nothing is it said that the other name of water is life. শুধুমাত্র এমনি এমনি বলা হয়নি যে পানির অপর নাম হচ্ছে জীবন। Water is very vital element in our life because our body has been made with water, and 2/3 of our body is made up of water. That is why water is very important in our life. Is there a crisis in our time? We regard to access to clean drinking water. Is there a crisis? Now the question is there any crisis in our life of water? আমাদের জীবনে পানির কি কোনো সংকট আছে কিনা? With regard to access to clean drinking water, বিশুদ্ধ পানি পাওয়ার ক্ষেত্রে বা বিশুদ্ধ পানির পানি পাওয়ার ক্ষেত্রে আমাদের কোনো সংকট আছে কিনা? You should know, or you may not know, that in our ancient time, in our country, there was no deep tube well in every village or every home. The housewives or the women went to the river, and they fetched the water from river, and they purified through some chemicals like fitgari. That is why there was a crisis in our country also. Okay, the United Nations in a meeting on the eve of the new millennium identified the drinking water problem as one of the challenges for the future. জাতিসংঘ বা ইউনাইটেড নেশনস ইন এ মিটিং অন দ্য ইভ অফ দ্য নিউ মিলেনিয়াম অর্থাৎ বিংশ শতাব্দীর প্রাককালে আইডেন্টিফাইড they have found out that the drinking water problem as one of the challenges for the future. In the coming future, the water crisis will be the most important crisis in the world, and it is said that the third world war may happen for the cause of water, or for the cause of water resources. But do you need to worry about the problem, as ours is a land of rivers and we have plenty of rainfall? The question is, as our country is a riverine country, that আমাদের দেশ একটা নদীমাতৃক দেশ, আমাদের কি আদৌ ভাববার অবকাশ আছে কিনা যে আমরা পানি নিয়ে চিন্তিত হব, বা পানি নিয়ে চিন্তা করা, বা পানির সমস্যায় আমরাও শঙ্কিত হতে পারি, বা আমরাও পানির সমস্যায় বিপদে পড়তে পারি, এ নিয়ে আমাদেরও কি ভাবার দরকার আছে কি? যেহেতু আমাদের দেশে প্রচুর পরিমাণে নদী আছে, এছাড়াও আমাদের দেশে ইন রেইনি সিজন উই হ্যাভ এ লট অফ rainfall, we have a plenty of rainfall. Besides, we have a sea in our backward too. In our southern part of our country, there is a sea also, that is the source of water also. So, do you need to worry about the source of water or the crisis of water? আমাদের জীবনেও কোনো সময় পানির সংকট হতে পারে, আমাদের এই নদীমাতৃক বাংলাদেশেও কখনো পানির সংকট হতে পারে, এই নিয়ে আমাদের কখনো চিন্তিত হওয়ার কারণ আছে কি? Let us see. One of the sources of water in our country is the rivers. আমাদের দেশের পানির অনেকগুলো উৎসর মধ্যে অন্যতম উৎস হচ্ছে নদী। Rivers are everywhere in our life, literature, economy and culture. Rivers are everywhere. That means we find river in our surroundings, in our sides, in our backs, in our fronts. In everywhere we find the rivers. Rivers are everywhere in our life. অর্থাৎ আমাদের জীবনের প্রত্যেকটা জায়গায় ওতপ্রোতভাবে নদী জড়িয়ে আছে। Literature, in our literature we see so many rivers in our literature. That means আমাদের বাংলা সাহিত্যের মধ্যে বা আমাদের সাহিত্য জগতে নদীর একটা বড় ভূমিকা আছে। অর্থাৎ নদীকে কেন্দ্র করেই অনেকগুলো উপন্যাস, অনেকগুলো কবিতা, অনেকগুলো গল্প, অনেক সাহিত্য রচিত হয়েছে। অর্থাৎ রিভার ইজ দ্য সোর্স অফ অল লিটারেচার। আমাদের নদী হচ্ছে সাহিত্যের অন্যতম একটা উৎস। ইকোনমি, দ্যাট মিনস অর্থনীতি, আমাদের অর্থনীতি, our economy mostly depends on river, because our capital Dhaka has been established depending on the river. মোগল সম্রাটেরা এই ঢাকাকে তখন রাজধানী করেছিল যখন তার নাম ছিল জাহাঙ্গীরনগর at that time, depending on the বুড়িগঙ্গা. Narayanganj is called the Dandi of the east, because it is situated beside the river Shitalokha. So the importance of rivers are many. বাংলাদেশের প্রত্যেকটা নদী বন্দর যদি আমরা দেখতে পাই, সমস্ত কিছু নদীকে কেন্দ্র করে এখানে গড়ে উঠেছে। So that is why we should have focused on the rivers. Rivers are everywhere in our life, literature, economy and culture. আমাদের সংস্কৃতিতে, আমাদের গানের মধ্যে অনেকগুলো গান আছে নদীকে নিয়ে। কর্ণফুলীকে নিয়ে গান আছে, পদ্মাকে নিয়ে গান আছে, সমস্ত নদীগুলো নিয়ে অনেকগুলো গান রচিত হয়েছে। আমাদের কালচার, সংস্কৃতি, আমাদের জীবনধারার সাথে নদী ওতপ্রোতভাবে জড়িত। বাট আর দ্য রিভার্স ইন গুড শেপ? নাও দ্য কোশ্চেন অফ দ্য রাইটার ইজ, আর দ্য রিভার্স ইন আওয়ার গুড কন্ডিশন, গুড ফর্ম অর গুড শেপ? নদীগুলো কি সত্যি সত্যি ভালো অবস্থায় আছে? আনফর্চুনেটলি দে আর নট। দুঃখের বিষয়, আসলে আমাদের যে নদীগুলো আছে বাংলাদেশে সেগুলো খুব ভালো অবস্থায় নেই। A few are already dead and several are going through the pangs of death. A few are already dead. That means some rivers have lost their navigation. তাদের নাব্যতা হারিয়েছে, সেই নদীর আর পানি ধারণ করার মতো ক্ষমতা নেই। A few are already dead and several are going through the pangs of death. কিছু আছে মৃত্যুর যন্ত্রণার মধ্য দিয়ে যাচ্ছে। Pangs, that means sufferings. That means some are going to die. কিছু নদী আছে মৃতপ্রায় বা মরে যাচ্ছে। Some are already dead. The river Buriganga is an example of a dying river. সে মৃতপ্রায় নদীর অন্যতম উৎকৃষ্ট একটা উদাহরণ। The best example of a dying river is our Buriganga beside Dhaka. A report published in the Daily Sun describes what has happened to the river Buriganga and why. A report was published in the Daily Sun, a newspaper of our country, an English daily named the Daily Sun, describes what has happened to the river Buriganga and why. According to the river, they have given us a report or given us some informations why the Buriganga is a dying river and how and why the Buriganga is in that present condition. Its water is polluted and a perpetual stench fills the air around it. The water of the Buriganga is fully polluted. It cannot be used. It is not possible to use. And a perpetual stench, that means a long-lasting stench, that means bad smell, fills the air around it. The air of Buriganga or the air besides the Buriganga are filled with bad smells because of pollution. But that is not what it was like before. But in previous time or in the ancient time, the Buriganga was not in the present condition. It was very navigated, it was very watery, the flow of water is full and high tide in that Buriganga. That is why the Emperor of Mughal established their capital beside the Buriganga as named Jahangirnagar. Now today it has been named Dhaka. The report says that the river had a glorious past. According to that river, the river Buriganga was a glorious past. That means in the ancient time or in the previous time it was full of water, it was full of navigated. In the ancient time the river Buriganga had a glorious past. অর্থাৎ এর একটা গৌরবোজ্জ্বল অতীত ছিল। বুড়িগঙ্গা নিয়ে অনেক মুখরোচক কাহিনীও ছিল। Once it was a tributary of the mighty Ganges and flowed into the Bay of Bengal through the river Dholeshwari. Once it was a tributary of the mighty Ganges. এক সময় এটা বুড়িগঙ্গার শাখা নদী ছিল and flowed into the Bay of Bengal. এটা প্রবাহিত হয়েছিল বঙ্গোপসাগরে through the river. Once it was a tributary of the mighty Ganges and flowed into the Bay of Bengal through the river Dholeshwari. এক সময় এটা গঙ্গা নদীর শাখা নদী ছিল এবং সেটা ধলেশ্বরী নদী হয়ে বঙ্গোপসাগরে প্রবাহিত হয়েছিল। Gradually it lost its link with the Ganges and gave the name Buriganga. ধীরে ধীরে সে তার গঙ্গার সাথে যে প্রবাহ ছিল সেটা হারিয়েছে, অর্থাৎ গঙ্গার সাথে যে কানেকশন it has lost. So it has been named as Buriganga. That means in our Bengali we call our small baby as Buri, a small female baby as Buri. That means a small baby. So here the name Buri has been used as a small river. ধীরে ধীরে সেই গঙ্গা নদীর সাথে তার যে সম্পর্ক সেটা হারিয়েছে অ্যান্ড গট দ্য নেমস বুড়িগঙ্গা। দ্য মুঘলস ওয়ার মার্ভেলড এট দ্য টাইড লেভেল অফ দ্য বুড়িগঙ্গা অ্যান্ড ফাউন্ডেড দেয়ার ক্যাপিটাল জাহাঙ্গীরনগর অন ইটস ব্যাঙ্কস ইন 1610. The Mughals were marveled at the tide level of the বুড়িগঙ্গা। মুঘলরা বিস্মিত হয়েছিল, আশ্চর্য হয়েছিল। দে ওয়ার অ্যাট্রাক্টেড, তারা আকর্ষিত হয়েছিল বুড়িগঙ্গার জোয়ারের দ্বারা বা বুড়িগঙ্গার পানির স্রোত দেখে। অ্যান্ড ফাউন্ডেড দেয়ার ক্যাপিটাল জাহাঙ্গীরনগর অন ইটস ব্যাঙ্ক ইন 1610। সেই 1610 সালে মুঘলরা তাদের রাজধানী জাহাঙ্গীরনগর নামে এই বুড়িগঙ্গার তীরে স্থাপন করেছিল। দ্য রিভার সাপ্লাইড ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার অ্যান্ড সাপোর্টেড ট্রেড অ্যান্ড কমার্স। এই নদী সমস্ত ঢাকাবাসীকে বা এর তীরবর্তী যত মানুষ ছিল তাদেরকে দে প্রোভাইড পিওর ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার অ্যান্ড সাপোর্টেড ট্রেড অ্যান্ড কমার্স অ্যান্ড ইট ওয়াজ দ্য মেইন সোর্স অফ রানিং অফ ট্রেড অ্যান্ড কমার্স। Jahangirnagar was renamed Dhaka, which grew into a heavily polluted city with a chronic shortage of space. আস্তে আস্তে সেই জাহাঙ্গীরনগরের নাম কি হয়েছে, পুনরায় নামকরণ করা হয়েছে ঢাকা, যেটা এখন ছোট্ট একটা শহরে ক্রনিক শর্টেজ অফ স্পেস, মানে সেই ঢাকা শহরে এখন আর ওপেন স্পেস বলতে কোনো জায়গা নেই, মানুষের জন্য কোনো ফাঁকা জায়গা অবশিষ্ট নেই। আজকের ঢাকা ইজ দ্য densely populated, the most populated city of the world. Okay, dear students, today is no more. I will continue the topic on my next class and I will finish the whole chapter environment and nature. The lesson 2 is the Hakaluki Haur. All the lessons of this chapter are very important for you. Again, thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.